Hi, and welcome to Kelantan E-Class. With me again, teacher Suraya Hanim from SMK Kangkong. Today, I'm going to share with you a lesson from Unit 8, Good Luck, Bad Luck. I will be focusing on grammar part. You can open your Pulse 2 textbook, page 86. Today's lesson, I am going to share with you on how to use the words for and since with the present perfect tense. And there will be a quiz at the end of the lesson, so listen carefully. Are you ready? Let's get started. Before we start our lesson, let's look at the lesson objective for today. By the end of this lesson, pupils will be able to, number one, use the present perfect with for and since, and second, make questions using how long. I have got 2 sentences for you, but which one uses present perfect? I've worked at the SMK Kangkong for 3 years. I work at the SMK Kangkong for 3 years. Okay, students, for the first sentence, I've worked at the SMK Kangkong for 3 years is in the present perfect tense. It means that I started work at the SMK Kangkong 3 years ago and still work at the SMK Kangkong now. The second sentence is in the past simple, and the meaning is different. I work at the SMK Kangkong for 3 years means I work for the SMK Kangkong in the past, but I don't work there now. Let's hear those again. I've worked at the SMK Kangkong for 3 years. I work at the SMK Kangkong for 3 years. So, the present perfect helps us to talk about situations that started in the past and still happening now. We make the present perfect tense with the subject plus have or has or haven't or hasn't. Subject plus have or has or haven't or hasn't. Okay, students, we make the present perfect tense with the subject plus have or has or haven't or hasn't plus past participle form of the verb. Subject plus has or have plus past participle. Okay, I give some more examples to you. Durrani has lived in Paris since 1998. Next, I've known Zaki for 20 years. So, these situations are still happening. Durrani still lives in Paris, and me and Zaki are still friends. And both examples have a time expressions. Here's the first one again. Durrani has lived in Paris since 19 1998. The word since is used to refer to the point in time where the action started, and is usually a date, a day, a month, a year, or a phrase. For example, since I was young, since I was a student. Back to this case, the time expressions for this sentence is referred to a particular year, since 1998. Now, let's look at for. We use for with the present perfect tense to say how long a situation has lasted. For example, I've known Zaki for 20 years. For 20 years. It means I met Zaki 20 years ago and still know each other now. So, it's present perfect plus for plus a length of time. Now, I want to highlight the fact that for is used for a number of minutes, hours, weeks, months, years, etc. And that these words are often in the plural. Okay, plural. For is also used in the expressions for a long time and for ages. Example, for 50 years, for 10,000 years. Okay, that one we use for. Remember that. Now, quiz time to test your understanding in this topic. Look at number 1. Superstitions have been part of sport. ... It began. So, which one is the answer? A, since, B, for. Look at the answer. Yes, correct. A, since it began. Number 2. Number 2. Some footballers have worn the same pair of socks. ... Many weeks. Many weeks. Remember? It's plural, right? So, what is the answer? Look at the answer. Yes, the answer is B, for many years. Now, look at next slide. Now, we proceed to the next exercise. Copy the table into your notebook. Complete it with the time expressions in the box. You can pause the video for a while and write your answer. Later on, I will share the answer with you. How, students? Have you done this exercise? Okay, I will show you the answers. Okay, for time expressions with since, the answer is yesterday is given, last week, 10th June, 1995, my birthday, and she was a student. Okay, now move to the time expressions with for, 2 hours given, 5 minutes, a few days, many years, a long time. Students, just now we have talked about the present perfect tense with for and since. I hope you are able to use it when answering the question. Now we move the next lesson, how to make question using how long with the present perfect. Okay, when we make a question with how long, the next part of the sentence uses this grammar, which is a present perfect. And the grammar we need here is two verbs pieces. Okay, number one is has or have, and number two is the third form of verb. Okay, you know the main verbs in the third form. Example, the word go would be go, went, gone. Okay, the third form of the table, the third form of verb. Or eat would be eat, ate, eaten, eaten. Okay, the past participle. So, example, I would say, how long have you lived in your home? I don't know. Your answer could be, I've lived in my home for, remember when we use for, often in the plural, right? So for 14 years, or for 2 days, or 1 month. And you could say since 2006, since yesterday, or since I was 8. What about the word know? Know, knew, known. How long have you known your best friend? Again, you can make an answer with for or since. If you want to tell how long the period is, you could use the word for. So, how long have you known your best friend? For 2 years, for 5 years, I don't know, your friend. Now, the next question, how long have you known your best friend? Okay, sorry. If you met your best friend last year, you could say, I've known my best friend for 1 year. Or, I've known my best friend since last year. We say have with you, but we say has for he, she, it. Example, how long has she lived here? For 5 years, since 2010. Okay, understood? Good. Now, we are going to write question using how long with the present perfect. These are the questions. Okay, as usual, you can pause the video once again and write the sentences. After that, I will show you the answers. Okay. These are the answer for exercise 4. The formula is given. You can look at the formula and check whether your answers are in the correct track or not. Let's look at the answers. Question number 1. Remember the formula, how long plus has or have plus past participle. Okay, so answer number 1, how long have you had a mobile phone? How long have you had a mobile phone? Number 2, how long have you lived in your town? How long have you lived in your town? Answer number 3, how long have your parents known each other? How long have your parents known each other? And last one, how long have computers existed? How long have computers existed? All right, today we had an introduction to the present perfect with for and since, and then we make questions using how long. So I think that's all for now. I hope you enjoy in our online class today. Please stay safe at home during this pandemic. Reminder, avoid 3C, crowded places, confined spaces and close conversation, and practice 3W, wash, wear and worn. And I hope to see you back watching video and learning more English soon. Bye, see you soon.